Welcome to the Football Friends podcast. My name's Gage, and I'm joined here today by Paddy.
Hello.
How you doing?
Not so bad. How about yourself?
That's about the same.
I would probably be approximately 46% better if we had Ash.
Yes, true. Well, he's got a good reason this time. I mean,
Yeah.
tomorrow he's getting married. So.
Well, yeah. I was gonna say next time we reconvene, Ash Steele will be a married man.
Yes, so I'm sure he's got plenty of last minute frantic things to do.
Of last minute frantic things to let his fiance do.
Yeah, sure. Well, all the best to him anyway.
Of course, yeah.
The show must go on.
Oh, yeah.
So, to start the show, we will talk about how Chelsea now has added some more silverware to their collection.
Yeah, they've Roman Abramovic has completed the set.
Every trophy.
Every possible trophy that Chelsea could have won, they've won while he's been the boss man.
Oh, I see. Okay, so they don't have like the Johnson Paint trophy or anything.
Yeah, that's not collectible. They don't have They don't have the South American Champions League.
They've never been eligible for. I get you.
Yeah.
Okay.
They've never won the Christchurch Tuesday indoor football Division 2.
Yeah, they'll never take it away from us.
They can't. Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, they won the game, and I'll never forgive them. But the highlight from my personal point of view was Chelsea earned a penalty in the 100 and something minute. I want to say it was about 114. So late on, went to extra time, obviously. And as Piliqueta picked up the ball, he was the captain, as if to, saying he's going to take the penalty. And all the Palmeiras players, they got in his face, they tried to psych him out, they were basically verbally, spitting in his face. Someone probably chewed off his finger at some point. And then after all that, Havertz walks over, takes the ball off him, puts it on the spot, and scores.
Amazing. So he just acted as like a lightning rod for all of that negative energy.
Yeah.
That's about it. Just stayed cool, just like whatever, bro. You can't psych me out.
Yeah.
Play it along.
Well, what I like to think is, part of me says, brilliant captaincy, and the other part says, what if he was going to take the pen and he actually got psyched out? It's like, oh no, Kai, save me.
I didn't think about it that way. Yeah, he was just, oh yeah, Kai, please take this. I know you're horribly underperforming, but
well, at least scored the goal to get them there effectively.
He's coming right now. No, it's true. The German league hangover. It's real, man. Every player that's come from the German league, it takes a bit.
Yeah,
because over the last decade, the Premier League has gotten better, and the Bundesliga has probably got worse.
The Bundesliga has gotten better, apart from Bayern, who have just...
Well, the problem is they coast.
Yeah.
And that's the difference.
That is true.
You come from a league where one team coasts to a league where there's four or five teams that could win it in a year.
Yeah. I mean, if you told me Spurs, Arsenal, or Man U would win the league this year, I'd be pretty shocked.
Yes.
But yeah, you're not wrong.
It's still 3 times as many as the Bundesliga.
Yes, that is correct. So those Chelsea bastards, last time they came up against a Brazilian team and they got, I think it was Corinthians, and everyone laughed at them because they got beat. I don't like the sort of holier than thou aura, from some people about the Club World Cup. It's the Club World Cup. You've got to win the Champions League to be there. It's not a tin pot. It's not a piece of shit trophy, right? What do you think?
It's on par with the Europa League.
But you've got to win the Champions League to get into it. The Champions League final, if you will, is the quarter final to the Club World Cup.
Yeah. But, well, it's like when if you win the league, the Premier League, the English Premier League.
Yeah.
You go do the Community Shield, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the FA Cup final, the semi-final to the Community Shield.
Well, also the league.
The league, yeah.
Winning the league is...
yeah, but winning the
qualifies you to the semi...
yeah. Qualifies you to the league final, which is held next year.
So are you saying that the Community Shield is basically the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the
is
winner of each conference.
Yeah, the knockout conference and the round robin conference.
Yeah, sure, okay. So, I suppose you're right. This is the Super Bowl, and Chelsea have won the football.
Chelsea have won the Super Bowl.
Mm.
Was 50 Cent at that one?
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, we don't know. We'll probably never know if 50 Cent was at the Chelsea game. But yeah, that's fine. I'm sure he would have psyched Espilicueta out.
Yeah.
Especially if he was in goal for Palmeiras. What's going on there? Is that 50 Cent?
Alright, I got nothing for that one.
Alright, I think, yeah. And Palmeiras also have nothing.
Yeah.
Because they lost.
So, another trophy for this Chelsea team that keep doing good things.
Winning games.
Yeah.
Yeah, so how about something a bit closer to home? Well, to my home.
Yeah. I suppose now we can just talk about the Premier League. Then a league that, something that Chelsea is not winning, but because Man City appear to be the greatest team in the world.
Yeah, they're...
what can you do about...
Well, when you're Norwich, not a fucking lot.
Yeah, Raheem the Dream is just going to drop in and bang 3. Perfect heady.
Well, yeah, what I love is it's the sort of cheapest perfect hat-trick you'll ever see. Because one of them...
It's the penalty saved, and he just taps it in with his left.
And he gets to tap it in with his left. Oh, perfect hat-trick. Perfect hat-trick.
Well, I don't even think he realised. He wasn't even thinking about it.
Of course he wasn't.
And then they told him. He's like, oh, yeah. But somehow underrated player. I don't know how people doubt Raheem, but
yeah,
carves it up, man.
Yeah. He always seems to be the one who's like linked to, like, when Man City are going to sign someone new, they go, or maybe Bernardo Silva, maybe Sterling, the two guys who this week have scored about 50 goals between them.
Yeah. Well, it's funny if you look back at Raheem Sterling's transfer now, and you go like, 49 mil. What a bargain.
Yeah, 49 mil. What? Yeah, what's the worry? Where are you?
Deal. That's like half the cost of a player now.
Yeah, ask Jack. Yeah.
So they've smashed Norwich 4-0 away. It's they're playing bottom of the table. You expect nothing less. One thing I pointed out to you earlier that we saw the debut for, I believe, Keiki.
Keiki?
17-year-old Brazilian boy, literally a boy.
Yeah.
Playing for Man City now. It'd be interesting to see some more from him.
Yeah.
And same for this other boy,
Liam Delap.
Oh, no, I was going to say Julian Alvarez.
Oh, God.
The other side.
They just keep spitting them out, don't they?
Yeah.
I wonder if Liam Delap is related to Rory Delap.
It beats me.
Beats him.
Yeah.
Beats every... Plays for Man City. He beats most things.
All right, well, so second place is Liverpool, isn't it?
Yeah, so we've... since we recorded, we've played Leicester and Burnley and Inter, but we'll come on to them a bit later on.
Yeah.
Conceded none, scored 3, won both games. What do you fucking want? That's the end of mine. That's the end of the podcast.
That's can't complain. That's
to play Leicester. Didn't even really need Salah to come back. He did come back. Probably one of the first times he's ever come off the bench. But he still looked handy. Got to see Luis Diaz get his first start, and he looked, goodness me.
Yep.
I can see the hype already.
Yeah, very good. He's very good looking player.
He is. He's not a handsome lad, but not a good looking player. But his feet are fucking tidy.
Yeah, very good. Very good. And then,
it just reminds me of having because I'd seen a bit of Salah before he started playing for us, and Diaz reminds me of what I thought of Salah then.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
So if he's anything like that,
yeah, sure.
If he is half as good, then we've got some player.
Yeah, I think he looks really good as well. And like you said, you've got Diego Jota there too, just carving it up.
Oh my god,
so consistent every week.
This guy, I can't remember what we paid for Jota.
It wasn't much.
I don't feel like it was a lot.
No, worth it.
But in his first 60 games, scored 30 goals.
That's really good.
Which is, for a guy who it was like, he's going to be...
Well, a lot of those will be off the bench as well. And
yeah, quite a few. Yeah, backup striker. He's going to play second fiddle to Firmino or to Mane.
Not anymore. I mean, honestly, he's really earned that place.
Yeah. And there's no reason that he shouldn't be the starting number 9.
I agree. That's the other good thing about him is how versatile he is. Yeah. He can literally play any of those front 3 positions.
Anywhere. And he's brilliant in the air, both feet, quick reactions.
Yeah, somehow really good in the air, even though not a very big guy.
About 5'9".
Yeah, just good jump, and just great timing. Really
a strong
good
neck.
Headers. Yeah,
a nice neck on him. Has anyone measured Diego Jota's neck?
No, I'd look it up on my football stats site, but I don't think they have that one.
Neck girth. Yeah, what?
Well, maybe he does that exercise. Have you seen it? It's called the Iron Neck. I'm not even joking. It's a real thing. It's like this. It's this hat thing you strap to your head. It's got like a chin strap. It's like you're wearing the planet Saturn, like on your head, and it's like got a rope on it, and and as you turn your neck, the rope like provides resistance. It's
that sounds ridiculous.
Yeah, it's neck trainer.
Neck trainer.
Yeah, well, like if you don't want to get choked, you gotta flex the neck, G.
Protect your neck.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta protect the neck.
Yeah, well, Jota obviously was a big fan of not getting choked out in his younger days.
Yeah.
And he's just flicking him in for fun, left and right.
Yeah, he loves it.
He does love it. And I love him. And another man who can't stop scoring for fun, Fabinho.
Mm-hmm.
Not a beautiful goal against Burnley. But I think in terms of the calendar year, that takes him up to, it's either 5 or 6.
Decent.
Either way, it's 4 or 5 more than Cristiano Ronaldo.
Okay.
That's all competitions. Fabinho has scored 5. I think it's 5 goals.
Oh yeah. Oh, calendar. Yeah, right. So that's just
calendar. Yeah, since the 1st of January.
Surely, Ronaldo hasn't scored 5 goals since then. That's disappointing.
I don't think he's scored 1. Sorry, I think he has scored exactly 1.
Yeah. Well, it was just yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good, but I suppose a lot of that is penalties as well. Because
I think 2.
Oh, only 2. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Because, well, now Salah's back, I suppose.
Yeah,
who will take it?
It will be.
Fabinho's probably got a better record almost. It's pretty close.
I mean, for Liverpool, he hasn't missed one.
Yeah, exactly.
He's 2 from 2,
well,
I guess.
First, obviously, but
no. That's a good question. If Milner and Salah, okay,
good problem to have.
Yes. If Milner and Salah were on the pitch, who would you have take it?
Kai Havertz.
But we can't have 12 players, especially if one of them belongs to Chelsea. I feel like it's a very political problem.
So I want my choices again.
You've got a penalty, and you play for Liverpool, or you're the coach of Liverpool.
Okay.
Milner or Salah.
Well, I'd give it to Salah because he's hungry for goals.
Yes.
He could score 30 goals. So I want him to get to that.
He could
if
score,
I'm the coach.
What, from one penalty?
Well, it adds up. Do you know how math works?
No. No, I'm not big on that.
Yeah.
No, yeah, fair enough. I would probably pick Salah as well.
Yeah. Depends. If it's 0-0 and it's 90 minutes, I'd give it to Milner.
Yeah.
But if it's
a normal
just regular pen, I'd give it to the forward.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, it's what it is.
Mm.
So yeah, I'm really, really stoked with how we've come through this period. The Christmas and January period, and we often sort of stutter and stumble. It's been a real feature of our time under Klopp, and we have looked awesome.
Well, it's been even better, I have to say, because everyone thought that you guys would dip with no Salah or Mane.
We won every game.
And you won every game.
Apart from the first leg against Arsenal.
Yeah, exactly. And then now you get this bounce for having those guys back. One pump because he won, and one pump because he didn't quite win.
Yeah.
Well, you even think that they're going to be in the team looking at each other going,
fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you, fuck you. You won that shit. Like, well, I'm going to score more goals than you.
Yeah. Well,
honestly, that could be the fuel to just win every game.
Yeah, the G fuel.
Yeah.
G standing for goal.
Goal fuel.
Goal fuel.
Right, okay.
Up next, Mohamed Salah's goal fuel.
Yeah, so I think you got reason to be happy at the moment. That's good stuff. But somehow Man City is just another level. I don't understand it. What do you do?
Pray amongst prayers that we beat them when we play them, and that somewhere they lose. Because now I think they're equal on goals scored with us, but they have conceded, I think, 5 less. They're incredible. Like, in terms of goals, they have the best defensive and the equal best offensive record in the league. It's ridiculous. They're a team. They're a team apart from like reality itself.
Yeah, and I think, like I said, it was either last week or I said to you privately that their standout players are not who you would necessarily expect. But then, well, that's what I said last time. But then now Raheem scored this hat trick. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot about him.
Well, yeah,
every week it's like, oh yeah, I forgot about him. They're being amazing.
Their best player leaves, and well, okay, arguably their best player leaves, and it's just no problem. It just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All right, so let's stop sucking off Man City and talk about the other Manchester team.
Yeah, because Chelsea's third, but they haven't played any game. We already covered their match, the Club World Cup. So then, somehow Man U are in fourth after we only finally just won a game yesterday.
Yeah.
In what feels like an age. It had been a run of draws.
Yeah. Well, at least you can say that you didn't lose.
Still only has. I almost said Hasenhut, or I have no idea why there. Ralph Rangnick is still only one loss. So could be worse.
Yeah.
But we did finally win. So that's probably why I said Hasenhüttl, because I was primed before talking about the draw with Southampton.
Well, if you ask me, the game with Brighton's more... it's going to be a lot more fun, isn't it?
It's more fresh. But I'll cover this one quickly then, because I did watch it, and it was kind of lackluster. We looked strong at the start, and then just sort of pitted out after 60 minutes. And by the time the game was drawn, we didn't seem to have the stamina to play with the same amount of intensity that we need.
Yeah.
Like we used in the first half to score the goal. And this is a long run of games, so there is fatigue and stuff like that. And one thing to note is that, we're still adapting to this high press style.
Yeah.
And I think that, legs are going to be pretty sore at this point.
Yeah, that's something that we discussed off mics, that United are getting used to this high pressing, this I guess kind of gegenpress.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. Change of intensity, much higher press,
high line,
constant pressure.
Yeah, that's why Harry Maguire can't figure it out, because the line is so fucking high and he turns like a truck.
Yeah. Well, he did not get dropped. Last week I was saying that he needs to be dropped at this point, because it was mistake after mistake, and he's just a bit of a clown. So he probably should have been dropped, but he wasn't. And to be fair, he wasn't too bad in the Southampton game. It was more just the lack of attack in that game.
Yeah. Well, you did draw a comparison with Liverpool when Klopp was introducing gegenpress to our squad. And it did take an impact on our squad, and we needed more squad girth to deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
And but something that did happen that is not quite happening, or might happen in the future with United, is we were winning a lot of those games 4-2 or 5-2, or what, just would score a shitload of goals. The famous Man City one, 4-3. We went up 4-1, and then they clawed it back because we were fucking exhausted.
Yeah. Well, I think the different. Yeah, I think you're right. And the reason why it's different for us this time is because, we have the remnants of the Jose Mourinho defensive team, but then we're defensive counter-attack, but then now we're trying to build more possession. And I noticed in the Southampton game, and even in the Brighton game, was our short passing game is not at quite that standard that it needs to be to play this kind of football yet.
No, it's not.
It's getting better, but I'm definitely noticing so many misplaced passes, and that's very disappointing. And teams like Southampton and Brighton, they play a similar style, really, where they put a lot of pressure on you as well. When they absorb a lot of pressure and then come at you, so we can't be that team that just spills the ball under pressure. We need to play calm and deal with these small teams, and that is what I'm seeing coming through slowly, but it's going to take time, I think. The Brighton game was much better, in my opinion.
Yeah. Ronaldo got his goal.
Yes, so apparently his first goal for the year. That's surprising.
Maybe I'm just wrong.
I don't know. Yeah, it could be true. Who knows?
I read it on a meme, so it could be wrong.
It hasn't been the best time for him. That's for sure.
No.
And it was the same for Bruno, but Bruno's certainly come a bit better, because he got his goal as well at the end by fake shotting the keeper, putting him on the floor, and then just tapping it in. Quite
a big set of balls to not put Ronaldo through when he definitely had the chance.
Oh, well, did you see the one earlier when there was one where Ronaldo was one-on-one and he sweaties it to Bruno, who just does a weak ass shot and just gets set. It's like it should have been just sweaty, no problem. Like he should have gone to the post to his right side, but instead he tried to cut it back across. Keeper just dived that same way because he was already going that way to block Ronaldo.
Naughty.
Yeah, it was just a bad call. And then that time it was like, I think he didn't want to be bailed out by Ronaldo, and he needed to show like, oh, I can fucking score goals, all right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, because that was his first one, and
No, he got one recently too.
okay, never mind.
But he was on a drought for a while earlier, but it's come better recently. And that was big balls, yeah. Fake shot, just lob it over. Cool as,
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah. Well, the shot certainly didn't lack power. That's he was learning.
Yeah, did think that there was the red card for Dunk, which was it was rough, but it's a red, I guess. It has to be a red by the letter of the law.
Yeah. Well, we talked about how it was contentious, and
Yeah, Elanga comes through it like Dunk's just kind of dawdling on the ball, and Elanga cuts like across him, steals the ball, gets through him basically, and then Dunk sort of just holds on to him and pulls him down.
Look, if you do a professional foul like that, and that's exactly what shirt pulling is.
Yeah.
It's what using your arms to stop someone is in football. You're like denying an obvious goal scoring opportunity. That is nothing but denying. Like, that's the very meaning of it, right?
Yeah, sure.
So honestly, even if there was another defender in his way, I still think that should be a red card.
Well, that's kind of the thing, is if Elanga gets to that ball, he could definitely shoot it first time straight in that goal.
It's shootable. That's what it should be. It's if the attacking player reaches the ball, will he shoot? Yeah,
and yeah. My thought originally was like it's his touch was just too heavy, and it just got a bit too far away from him. But
I still think he was getting there first.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, the fact remains that he was denied even the choice of getting there.
Yeah, this is almost one of those scenarios where I should say like, oh, well, but then maybe it could be a yellow and a penalty.
We can't go through this again.
We could, but either way, I'm saying, yeah, red is harsh, but that's the rule, so that's what it is.
Yeah,
and we took advantage of it and did win the game. Maybe could have won it by a bit more. Looked good at times, pretty much.
Yeah, of course.
Dominated the game from that point onwards. Just sort of
United also were bailed out a couple of times by De Gea. Like he made
some very good saves.
Made a particularly good save. From a man that I can't remember his name. I think he's a new player for Brighton.
Oh,
I can't remember his name.
Right,
Man, Guy Man.
Johnny Man. Okay, yeah, gotcha. Yeah, well, I mean, their goalkeeper had a very good game too. He made some good saves and stuff like that.
Yeah, I commented to you that his name is Robert.
Yeah, Robert Sanchez.
Bobby.
Yeah, Bob Sanchez.
Yeah. It's not Roberto.
Yeah. Well,
Robert.
Fitting with that theory that I said earlier about the Bundesliga hangover was Jadon Sancho as well. He seems to be coming right now.
Well, he's certainly contributing more.
He's looking a lot better. He's scoring goals and or now nutmegging people and doing all sorts of shit and having fun. So I think Rangnick obviously believes in Jadon Sancho quite highly because he apparently was trying to recruit Jadon Sancho when he was like 15 or something like that for when he was at Leipzig.
Oh, right, as a footballer. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Trying to groom him into a great footballer.
Right, okay. Well, that's now come to fruition.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Wait, no, wrong player. No. Anyway,
Adam Johnson's on the straight and narrow now, so don't worry about him.
Yeah. So I don't know. Things look better, but is this the sign? It's one game. Is this the sign of things turning around? Doesn't look like it yet. We'll see.
Look, every season where you change your manager, it can't be treated as like a proper season, and there's always going to be difficulty when you have that, especially when you won't admit that the guy who's currently managing your team is your manager, which is effectively what's happening. And whoever it is next season, Ten Hag or Pochettino or anyone else, it has to be like that's when it starts again. You know, you got chances to win. Well, you're still in the Champions League, still in the Premier League. You've got to go for both of those, especially fourth.
Yeah, so we're sitting in fourth at the moment somehow. Obviously, there's games in hand and stuff like that, but if we can stay fourth, that's not bad for
that's
the season.
Your goal. That's your team's goal. It's fourth, and it must remain to be fourth.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, at the start of the season, looking at it, it probably was realistic to say fourth anyway, because Man City were insane. Chelsea would just won the Champions League. Liverpool was still the same team. So it was that would be the top four. That was the top four imagined at the start with Man U in there in some order.
Yeah.
So as long as we can stay in that, make it a top four, not a
top three with a one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's fair.
I think that's realistic at the moment, because how do you, like I said, we can't make them worse. We can't make the other teams worse. No. We can only make ourselves better. So you got to be realistic.
Yeah.
So I suppose we should we cover Spurs since Ash is not here?
Personally didn't watch the game. Let's just laugh at them for 10 seconds.
Yeah, well, they've lost. I mean, Spurs have lost 2-0 to Wolves at home, so that's pretty bad.
I think they've lost 2 at home on the bounce.
Wow, that's
not good.
Not good, yeah. And well, you know, the next game is Manchester City.
They'll probably go and win that now.
That
are they? It'll be at City, won't it?
I can tell you, it is at Man City. So
yeah, so they'll win 5-0 or something.
Oh, they have 2 games. Oh, and they played Burnley, but
yeah, so they'll win. They'll probably win one of those.
Yeah, well, that's not good. They need to sort it out. Everything looks, as soon as everything looks good. No, I don't know.
Ash came back on the podcast and Spurs started playing shit.
True.
Coincidence? Probably, yes.
Yeah. They're shit anyway, so.
Yeah. Yeah, Spurs lose all the time. So let's just run down the results.
Once we have a mention. Okay, so, well, you had the Brentford Bees play Crystal Palace.
The Bees versus the Eagles.
Yeah.
And it's just a bunch of flying animals just sort of tearing around. They couldn't get at each other.
Yeah, well, it wasn't really a game that you could that you want to tell your kids about. Because maybe it's a bit early to tell them about the Birds and the Bees.
Good. Right, good analysis.
Yeah, that's enough. We'll end on a high note. So, next up, we have Frank Lampard's Everton.
first Everton Premier League win.
It's Mighty Blues, yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't have the Blues this week, though, because Everton won.
Yeah. So
Everton won 3-0.
3-0, fine, yeah.
And against a team, in their area of the table.
Yeah, Leeds. So, right around that 16th mark. That's a good place to be.
Well, it's a good place to not be.
So, yeah, of course, Lampard is trying to desperately claw his way out of there after. Well, he didn't have the greatest start either, but now maybe things are a bit better. He was good. I think he was good for Chelsea.
I think he was fine with Chelsea. Yeah, but they just sacked him off for something better.
Yeah, definitely.
They had a 6.5 out of 10. They wanted a 9.5.
Well, he got him. I mean, I think he technically should have a Champions League medal as a man.
Maybe he does,
because the thing he got them through the group stage.
Yep.
And then they went on.
Yeah, that's an interesting point.
Yeah. So he definitely contributed.
Because a player would probably get that, right?
Yeah, definitely. Exactly.
I don't know. Maybe he got sent in the mail. Maybe he got offered and he was just like, nah.
We'll start a petition. We'll start parking all our trucks in front of Parliament until...
What, New Zealand Parliament?
Whatever. Until they give Frank Lampard a medal.
Honk.
Yeah. Honk for Frank.
Honk for Frank.
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
Hank for Frank. I was particularly... I enjoyed, as much as a Liverpool fan can enjoy an Everton goal, Coleman's diving header on the line. So it was just, the ball sort of flipped up and somehow the right back found himself, in the goal, basically.
Cool.
Diving header. Some Leeds defender trying to bicycle kick it away, just about clattered him in the face.
But he dodged it.
I think Click just missed.
Sweet.
So good enough.
Yep. Didn't get kicked in the head.
Or he kind of pulled out. Either way, nobody got kicked.
Yeah.
The last goal, Richarlison took a big shot and wheeled away celebrating and sort of did a few little ninja celebrations. Went down as Anthony Gordon's because it hit him on the way in.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Yeah, complete bullshit.
Oh, well, you can still celebrate that though.
I mean, yeah. A goal was scored for your team. You can celebrate, no doubt. But he definitely was claiming it.
Yeah, sure. Well, I'd celebrate an assist as well. Yeah, you go look what the fuck I did.
Yeah. I made someone on my team score a goal they didn't even try to score.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm awesome.
Well, so I got to say then, Leeds are going to have to win a game soon. No, they're looking a bit rough because.
Oh, they are shit.
Well, they must be getting close to relegation because
some of those teams at the bottom are starting to win.
Newcastle just wins every game now.
Well, let's talk about them then.
Yeah. Kieran Trippier in particular has banged 2 free kicks in a row.
2 free kicks in a row against Stevie G's villains.
Yeah. So
Stevie and Coutinho couldn't. You saw the goal, right? Trippier's goal.
Yeah.
What I love about it is it went through the wall, and it basically went middle bins.
Yeah, but it was just so unexpected.
It went right in the middle of the goal, and the keeper, Emi Martinez, just what can he do?
Just no one knew that was going to happen. No one knew you could do that.
Yeah, it's like he shot it through a portal. Yeah,
so this is a player playing with insane confidence at the moment, I suppose. He believes he is saying to himself, I will not let this team be relegated. He's like, we will not. This will be our team.
And all it took was 2 goals.
Yeah.
And now they're not in the relegation zone.
See, it's that easy, Norwich.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, if they scored 2 goals, they still would have lost. But, We'll let them catch up.
Well, no one expects them to beat Man City, but just when it matters.
Yeah, we don't expect Spurs to do it either.
True. But if they just keep winning, they'll just be. They could be a middle table team.
What, Spurs?
No, Newcastle.
Yeah,
the potential's there. We'll see.
All right, so I think the last one is Leicester and West Ham. Did you see this?
I didn't catch this one actually.
Leicester can feel very hard done by that they don't have 3 points here. Let's see who scored first. I believe the first goal was a Yuri Tielemans penalty, which was very, very strongly taken, which was claimed as a result of a handball by Criswell. And then who scored the second goal?
Oh, I can tell you. The answer is Ricardo Pereira.
Oh yeah, big old cross, and again another right fullback getting right in the mixer.
Yeah, bang one in.
Yeah, Harvey Barnes crossed it over, and Pereira just sort of, got his body in there. And Jared Bowen.
Every week.
A man,
Every week,
a man that we can't avoid talking about. I didn't even realise he was left-footed because he's so good with his right.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
man. Every week. Every week we're talking about him.
But yeah, showed great pace.
Killer flow.
Yeah,
goal and an assist.
And killer instinct. Well, the assist is what I wanted to talk about. Well, not the assist, but the goal from Dawson.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the 90th minute, West Ham down 2-1. Cross comes in from the corner from Bowen. Very nice cross. And Dawson heads it in. But the replay showed that he basically hit it in with his elbow.
Oh.
And I don't, a whole bunch of Leicester players appealed and shouted and
really,
and nothing really happened. It wasn't VAR. It was just a goal.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
Fuck, there's been so much of that lately, and it's starting to really grind my gears.
Yeah, like he didn't mean to handball it. He wasn't cheating. He tried to hit it and he missed and hit him on the arm.
It's just where it hit him. Yeah.
And went in. He didn't cheat. He just didn't score.
That's not. Yeah, when that happens, you just go celebrate.
It's not up to him to call the right thing. Same with Cresswell. He didn't mean to. Well, okay, his was a little different.
Yeah,
he knew that the ball was going through, and he kind of like chicken winged just a little bit to bat the ball away. And fair enough, that's a bodily reaction as well. So, really.
So is Dawson's arm like by his side? Or?
It's by his side,
but it doesn't matter anyway because
it doesn't matter because he scored a goal with his arm.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a goal anyway.
Yeah.
That's a shame. It's really annoying when they refuse to check it. Especially, we discussed this the other day that maybe they should have, like they have in cricket, they can. Each team has one
captain's review.
Yeah, so you can ask for a VAR check on something. You have one per team, and it was if you use it and you're found to be correct, you don't lose it or whatever.
Yeah.
Because there's been many scenarios like this lately where players are just protesting and they can't do anything about it when everybody at home can see it, and
the ref doesn't want to go to VAR.
Well, but why should the ref doesn't want to be wrong either? Why should we deprive him of what everyone else can see?
Yeah. Look, man, you're preaching to the converted here. You know that I know.
So maybe that's a possibility. Have a player review that you can invoke if you want to.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not. But it's so difficult.
Yeah, but it's also not difficult to see a ball hit an elbow.
I mean, in a packed penalty box, I think it is quite difficult.
On a screen, though, like when you have the technology there.
Yeah.
We have the technology.
Yeah. And the guy in the VAR, we can rebuild him. Who? What? Craig Dawson?
No, the ref. So he can actually... We'll give him bionic eyes so he can actually see the...
Robot ref. Robocop ref. Ref cop.
It's just a matter of time. They'll be the truly impartial ref.
God.
Yeah. The robo ref.
Yeah, until Alex Ferguson programs him.
Robo Ferguson.
Fergie cop. Fergie. Robo Ferg. Look, this is all terrible.
Yeah. Let's
go to Europe.
Yes. So, in the same continent, we have had the Champions League. Well, a half of the
first half of the Champions League games,
as they do, yeah. So first of all, we've had, Man City scoring more goals in Europe than, well, it's still in Europe, but than at home. They actually scored 5 goals this time,
setting records when
they went away to Sporting Lisbon. Yeah, 5 goals away is pretty tidy, and they might as well arrive and be like, hey, thanks for all your players. We're now going to use them to score goals against you.
Well, yeah. Where did which Portuguese team did Bernardo come from?
Good question. I know he transferred from Monaco. We went to City, but I can't remember what team it was originally.
Well, he scored an absolute blinder. And it's It was so good that the Sporting fans applauded.
Wow, yeah.
I mean, that might be influenced by the fact that they like him because he's Portuguese.
Sure.
Because Sterling also scored a beautiful goal and did not receive applause.
Yeah.
The first goal made me laugh because oh god, it just pinged around the box like Pinball Wizard, and then Pinball Wizard himself, Kevin De Bruyne, he found himself in an offside position, but he was not offside because when the shot had been taken by someone else, rebounded off the keeper, he was behind that player.
Yeah.
So he ran forward and then kicked it backwards to Mahrez, who just slotted it into an empty net because the keeper had made the save. And, you know, they sort of went over and gave like half a hug and like a high 3 because they didn't care, because they knew it was going to be ruled out.
But then it wasn't.
And then it wasn't ruled out.
Oh,
and they were like, nice.
Reverse VAR. Disappointment, yeah.
Yeah. It was the opposite of being blue balled by VAR.
Cool.
They got red balled.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Is that the opposite?
Sure. Yeah, I guess like red squared.
Their balls were made angry.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, and you're right. And Sterling, you just said Sterling scored a fantastic goal as well. That's 4 in the last 2 games.
Quite good.
Playing very, very well.
Yeah, they were irresistible, really.
Well, Pep has got to be angry because he didn't win the Champions League last time. He fucked up.
Yeah, so this season...
He fucked up. He fucked up.
So this season, they're not going to concede a goal in the knockout stage.
True. Yeah, that's pretty unreal. They've 5 goals as well as 5 goals away. So then they come
pretty good.
Come to Man City and they'll play like Phil Foden and the under 12s and stuff.
Yeah, and they'll win.
They'll still win
4-3.
Yeah, they'll still win because
they'll play Phil Foden in goal.
Kiki up front.
Edison in the midfield.
Yeah. So they could do whatever because it's 5-0. That's insane.
It's pretty large. Then a personal favourite of yours.
Yes, a killer match that I happened to watch was PSG and Real Madrid. It was playing at the same time as Brighton, Man U, funnily enough. So I was actually watching both at the same time. And that probably was the exact opposite of blue balls. Like what you're saying, like red, whatever the opposite of a ball is. Because that was end to end, the whole game, just going at each other. Amazing football. Like everyone on the team is playing off their tits.
They were drunk.
Yeah, just insane. Every player at their best. Mbappe all over the place, spraying balls everywhere, just not quite getting it. Mbappe wins a penalty. You know, Carvajal hacks him down.
Yeah, as is, you know, it's written.
Yeah. Messi steps up to take it, you know, with his fabulous 70% penalty accuracy, is saved by Courtois. And
it's a good save.
Yes, good, very good save. Courtois is probably about the only goalkeeper that could save Messi penalty, and probably has faced many as well.
Yeah.
So that's what happens. It's disappointing for Messi, but it wasn't Messi's day. It was the Mbappe show.
It was the day of Kylian Mbappe.
Who was just hungry for it the whole game, man. And then it took the whole game. It took until the 90th minute for Mbappe to. Well, first of all, Neymar gets on the pitch with it's like he's got a police siren on his head. Like his hair is so bright, it's just like blinding me. Like while I'm trying to watch it, it's crazy how bleach blonde his hair is. And he does this fabulous back heel, which just puts Mbappe perfectly through on the left wing. And he's just, you know...
He's still got quite a bit to do.
Yeah. So then he's still got a bit to run, tears it to the side of the box. And then he just, materializes between these two defenders. like he just teleports, through them. I don't even know how he did it.
It's like whatever happened to Kieran Trippier's free kick, he found out how to do that with his body.
He just like anamorphed into like some dust and like phased through these guys and just appeared on the other side and then just fucking nutmegs the shit out of Courtois. Goal in the back of the net. Ball in the back of the net. Best goal ever.
Unbelievable. You know, PSG's last league game was also 1-0, and also Mbappe scored in the 93rd minute.
What a G.
So I mean, man's really out here running things.
Oh yeah, mate. You should have seen the expression on his face.
He loved it.
He was so focused. It was like a yoga guru sitting under a waterfall. That was the composure on his face.
Kylian Mbappe, a yoga guru.
Yeah,
I mean, if you were faced with Courtois, I think the only play, like, he's so big that I think the only place that I could physically see would be the nutmeg.
Yeah, true.
I think that would be the only place I'd go.
It's probably the widest gap because it's so long, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, pure class, man. Kylian Mbappe, he is the one. He's one of the two.
But the chosen one.
He's one of the next two.
He's the next Kylian Mbappe.
Yeah. So tearing it up. So it's 1-0, and well, as we said, there's no away goal rule anymore.
Yeah,
so
I don't like that. I want it back.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. It's interesting. It makes you think about it differently. So that was 1-0 in Paris. So they go away, but the away goal doesn't mean anything. So they just have to. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
They just have to not lose by 2 goals, and then they play on, at the very least.
Yeah. So either way, hell of a match. I just everywhere. It was awesome. I actually screamed. I stood up and screamed when Mbappe scored that goal. It was so intense.
Are you one of those clowns who claps when the plane lands?
What? No, I think I don't clap for science. I know how that shit works. Like when I see someone fucking kick a ball in the goal, I go, "How the fuck did you do that?" I'll clap for that shit.
Yeah, but you know how it works.
Well, it doesn't matter though. I know how a plane works, and I know that I could learn how to fly it. But do you think I could learn how to score in the 90th minute against Real Madrid? Nah.
I think you could learn.
No, you got to download that in your DNA.
I don't think you'd ever get given the chance.
Yeah, exactly. I reckon that's harder.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Okay, so moving on. This morning in lovely New Zealand, we had 2 more games. So Salzburg took on Bayern Munich,
and good result.
And yeah, 1-1. Not really a good result for Bayern, I suppose. That's a bit weak. But did you see the goal for Salzburg from this dude? It began with a CH.
Look, I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't pronounce that.
Either way, that was a fucking awesome goal. I love that goal. That was amazing. He just sprayed that shit right up in there.
Yeah, my attempt would be Chukwuebuka Adamu.
Yeah, Adamu. That's right.
So we'll go with Adamu.
And I believe he subbed on.
He did. Someone was injured in the early stages of the game.
The 12th minutes.
And he subbed on and then scored 10 minutes later.
Yeah, what a G. Just carving it up, scoring against Bayern Munich like it ain't no thing.
Yeah, but obviously speaking of late goals, the king, Kingsley Coman.
Yes. The king, he's got every trophy, basically.
Yeah, he's like Roman Abramovic. Yeah. But, you know.
Well, he doesn't have a Premier League yet.
Yeah, but he hasn't played.
Yeah.
So that will be his next one. Soon.
Yeah.
Maybe United can get him.
Maybe.
No,
we'll see.
I'm just throwing out words, all right? At this point.
Yep. Cool. Throw away.
Yeah, the Coman.
Yeah, the Coma.
The Coma. Another one.
The Coman.
Yeah. So okay. Ronald Koeman needs to come back.
King Coma.
Ronald Koeman needs to come back to a club.
Where's your crown, King Kuma?
Come on, man. Is that one? Come on.
Yeah. I get you.
Yeah. Okay, those were all real. From the videos that I saw, both keepers had outstanding games, and both had to be beaten by, outstanding goals. Really. Or sort of rebounds and tough. Neither of those are getting saved really.
Yeah.
So it's pretty rough.
Yeah. So, kind of interesting result. Could just all, you'd think Bayern have the advantage with the second league being at home now, but who knows? Crazy things that happen.
Yeah.
It'd be good to see.
All right.
Yeah. So last of all.
Yes.
Is, your boys in red, Liverpool and Inter Milan.
And some boys in blue.
Away in Italy for the weekend.
Yeah.
For the
midweek.
Midweek, yeah.
Bit of a party.
And a very positive result.
Before this game, Inter and Liverpool had both played, won, drawn, lost the exact same amount of games in their respective leagues.
Cool.
So,
wow.
Yeah.
That's weird.
And the average goals for and average goals against was both ridiculously close.
Shit.
It's like...
So, I did look at the power rankings for the top 5 leagues all combined.
Yeah.
And that sounds about right. Yeah, Liverpool and Inter were on similar levels of
goodness.
XG.
Of XG. Well, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So good matchup. And looks like, and from what I saw, I did catch a little bit of it. It was a hell of a game. It was... Yeah,
forget XG. We just got 2 Gs.
Yeah. And it looked like it was quite a scrap as well, quite a physical game. And Fabinho was all up for that. And Look, he gets a couple of goals in him, and he just thinks, "Oh, I can do what I want now." Yeah, no, I love Fab, and I'm definitely looking forward to the second leg. And despite the fact that there's no away goals rule, you take a 2-goal lead home, to Anfield, and you're sitting pretty happy with that. Oh, for sure. That's good. You seem to be in the position to go through now. And...
Oh yeah, definitely driver's seat. Just can't let that lay up. Can't let that lead get away now.
It's not 5-0 away.
It's not. No, it's not 5. But I'm very happy.
Yeah. And good. It was Firmino. It was Firmino.
Firmino and Salah.
Firmino subbed on, right, and scored that goal, I believe. That was... Yeah, he did. Yeah, he subbed on and just changed up the game. Looked good. My thoughts. So, yeah. So next week, I'll just run over these ones quickly before we wrap up. So next week we have another bunch of Champions League games here.
Yep.
We're going to see Chelsea take on Lille, as well as Villarreal take on Juventus. And then we'll have Benfica, Ajax. And then lastly here we have Atletico Madrid, Manchester United. So, two of my teams are in there, actually. So that's quite...
You're claiming all of them.
Well, I would only claim Ajax and Man U, so...
Yeah, well, I'll have Lille and Villarreal and Benfica. And I'll just... one of them will win.
Well, it's good. It's good seeing a few different teams. It's a bit more interesting where not many...
Yeah, look, that's one of the great things about the Champions League, sort of, well, the early rounds and the round of 16. You see teams play each other who don't normally play. You're like, when will Benfica will they have played Ajax before in their history? Maybe a couple times.
Yeah, it seems like it's a good, interesting lineup. You don't see it all the time.
Yeah, love it. The Champions League is back. I'm happy.
Yeah. And then lastly, I suppose we have the preview for matches this weekend.
Or just... Yeah. Oh, well,
yeah. Well, I would say, you're taking on Leeds next week.
And so are you.
Oh, okay. That's
interesting. The Leeds play twice. We play twice as well. We're playing Norwich and Leeds. First. So I've got to remember to make Salah my fantasy captain.
Definitely. Yep. now that he's back.
Might even give it a triple.
Worth a go, yeah. Double week, Norwich, and So and then we play Leeds. That's cool. And then we'll play Atletico during the week. So
tough stuff.
Yep, it was going to be a tough month, but that's what you're gonna do. All right. Okay, that's about it. Any closing thoughts before we
King, come on.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hopefully, I'm not sure if we're Ash back next week. We'll see where he's at. If he's all
honeymooned
he'll
out.
probably just go straight back to work out like this.
Like in the evening.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
He'll probably work the day after the wedding.
The day of.
Yeah. Well, that's why. Yeah, that's why it's in the afternoon, so he can still do his morning shift. We'll see. Yeah.
Oh, that's rude.
Love you, Ash. All right. Well, remember to like and subscribe and tell your friends. It's the Football Friends podcast. And we'll see you next time.
Sure. Bye-bye.